Man, something is off with my camera because I mean, okay, at night it's different than at daylight, but that different is like the difference is a little bit too crazy. I look a little bit too white. Nothing against the whites, but it doesn't look natural. I feel like uh, brightness a little bit lower, maybe. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hell yeah, hell yeah. All right. Part. Wait a minute. Part three of I hired the number one therapist to save me. First of all, he's not the number one therapist. He is like number 6,756, man. Because there ain't no way he's saying what he's saying. You know what I mean? Like he's saying, bottling up your emotions, get you through the day. So it's like you need it, you know? But it's not that because again, he should have became a monk. Maybe then he would have known better his own self, basically. But he chose to, uh, build something and become a psychiatrist, doing therapy session and stuff like that. And then right here, he's saying that um, you and I, Jason, the guy on the right, Jason, everybody knows Jason, I think. And then the psychiatrist, basically, he's saying you and I are very different, bro. You are you are distancing yourself from him, from a person by saying you and I are very different, separating each other. You are Vietnamese. I am Indian or whatever it is, You are 20. I'm already 40. I have a lot of more experience and stuff like that. But ultimately, yeah, both are human beings. We all are human beings. So we are connected with each other. We are not that different. So the BS that this psychiatrist is talking about is just insane, in my opinion.
Responsible for
Just
your
insane, bro.
success.
Mm-hmm.
So see, like Jason, the issue here is that you and I are very different. Because
That's the issue. Okay.
when I was 20, I was okay failing, bro. It was all good, man. It was like we chilling, man. Like ain't no thing, right?
Yeah.
So you're really
Yeah, but back in his day, it was very different. It wasn't as competitive as right now. Like, bro, streaming just started. It's already like 10 years or whatever it is, and in 10 years in technology terms of years, it's like 100 years. So for some, the older ones, it's like new technology. Oh, what is streaming and stuff like that, being live and so on. But it's they are getting used to it through Facebook, Instagram, but then also Twitch. But this is basically the new, really new thing. But it's not that new anymore, and a lot of people know about it. A lot of people wanna make money. Um, and yeah, that's that. Basically, I don't want to talk much more because I have eat. Yeah, I have food to eat, and I would just talk if there is something crazy.
driven. Like you really want to succeed and you work super, super hard. And like I know
But
it's
there's
all
so
like
much,
laughs and like memes and all that kind of stuff. But like I think you work incredibly hard. I think you think about
Thank
it a
you.
lot. I think you're like super calculated about it.
just compliments. Like okay,
And you've also figured out how to be like pretty authentic. Like you're not faking it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of going back to this, what was I?
yo,
Do you have
man,
any
I'm
questions, by
done,
the way?
bro.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Okay. I'll just kind of keep going.
Do you have any question for me? You should be the one leading, bro, and the one who is leading, the psychiatrist, is asking these questions. Man, I can't, bro. I need to eat, then I will calm myself a little bit,
That's okay
hopefully.
with you.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay. So in terms of this like stuff with your dad, I think a couple things. One is that I think sort of sharing this stuff, like I would recommend that you do it because I think you're carrying this stuff around, right? And like carrying it around is like bottled and all that kind of stuff. So we got to start learning how to have conversations with the people that we love and say the things that are like
Like Jason is almost in another world already, you know? Like this kind of things you have to notice as a psychiatrist, I feel like.
important to us. And the other thing we need to learn how to do is read through their reactions. So your dad isn't hard. I mean, I'm sure he's hard to convince because he's like a Vietnamese dad.
Oh
but
yeah, for sure.
but I think a big part of it is like it's hard for him to be able to sit with his like son saying these things. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think I struggle with like opening up to my parents because I
Talk
never
to me.
did that, and I feel like when I did, like I told you before, like they would kind of just be like, suck it up in a way.
Yeah. So can you tell me a story about that?
Um,
Like an example?
so my parents would never, oh, they would argue a lot when I was little. They would argue a lot when I was little, and I would.
Actually, my mother most of the times told me not like to suck it up. Actually, my parents they were more friendly, you know? Like I just know a few like Vietnamese parents and what they do with their children. I'm sorry, but bro, that like this is child abuse and stuff like that I didn't had. Thankfully, the bad news are my parents got divorced. You know, I've already said it in part one or something. But I guess my parents didn't really say suck it up, but I still sucked it up. Pause, you know, and it's not in like well, I felt like my mom did the same thing, you know, and she was a little bit more harsh, more strict. My dad was like really chill, you know, loving, but a little bit too loose, you know. But it would have been like the perfect combination, like a little bit too strict and a little bit too loose, you know, and that would be like a little pretty good, you know. And I was in between that when they were still together, my parents. But then when they divorced, then I used to just like suck it up. Well, my dad also just suck it up, you know, like Asian parents, they just suck it up and they don't want to talk, they don't really talk about it, you know, because also if you talk about things, then it's like it's a lot, you know, like people don't even want to think about it. They want to escape through work, through whatever, through entertainment, most of the times watching movies, even news, you know, news are not like, oh, it's so educational. I mean, you learn a lot from that, but people also use it as entertainment, which I am like, bro, like, what are you doing, bro? Um, one more question. Do you like my hair like this long, or do you like it shorter? Because I need to know if I need to cut my hair because I don't actually like long hair, but long hair looks like good on me a little bit, you know? Better than short hair because I have a big head. But yeah, you can decide whether I keep my hair short or longer, like a little bit interaction, you know?
Try to communicate, be like, yo, why do y'all argue, and like why are y'all always so mad at each other? Because this would be a recurring thing. Like obviously now it's like it's cool, everything's good now, but when I was little they argued a lot, and that would make me sad as a little kid because who wants to see their parents be mad at each other?
Damn,
And I'll
bro.
tell them individually.
I mean, sometimes it's bad that when they still together, when they still together and then argue, like it's crazy. It's still a kind of abuse for the child. Um, I don't know if I can tell that, but I mean, I just heard from my half brother that his mom, not my mom, and my dad and his dad, our dad, argued a lot, and he knows how often they fought each other. And he was like, this is already the 36th time this year. And I'm like, what? You still know how often, like, you count? Like, they fight so often that you now count. Like, this is crazy, bro. This is
Yeah.
crazy. And I
And
don't
they
even
would
know
kind of
what
be
to do,
like,
you know?
we're good. Everything.
But the thing is, when I'm now here, they don't really fight. I didn't see them fight really. I just have had to talk with them one time, and there was like an argument a little bit, but that it was not that crazy. I feel like, yeah,
It's okay. That's just how we
it
are.
is crazy, but not that.
Like, and I just
What?
he's good now. But when I was little, they argued a lot, and that would make me sad as a
Yeah.
little kid because who wants to see their parents be mad at each other?
Mm.
And I would tell them individually, and they would kind of be like, "We're good. Everything's okay. That's just how we are." And they would kind of be like, "We're good. Everything's okay. That's just how we are." Like, and I like deep down, I know it'd be like they're lying to me. So I kind of just soak everything up and
First of all, first of all, the Vietnamese people went through a lot. And if you ever heard about trauma getting, through the genes, so the trauma is going to come to the children, and then from children maybe a little bit from there, because my parents experienced even the war, and they were not even in Vietnam. But the thing is, I guess in Laos, because of the communist and stuff like that, there was also a fight, a war, and they had to flee and stuff like that, and it was harsh. Also, I mean, my mom was a little bit way younger. My dad was like a teenager, but they still experience it, and even my stepfather experienced it also. And if his parents are in the mid 60s, they definitely experience it too. And to experience war, like, you can't even imagine. I can't imagine it. I can just imagine it is really horrible. Like, look at how we live right now. Like, we are living comfortable. The only thing that really disturbs us, like, or works us out basically, is work, and our own mind through entertainment, social media, and stuff like that. And I think this should be like, yeah, so he got basically trauma from probably his parents a little bit, but also um arguments, fighting each other, like, um I don't know if it's like Vietnamese people. I mean, Lao people also. I see like I heard crazy stuff. Not thank God I didn't see it. But I heard crazy stuff, and I can just only imagine what is going on in Vietnam. I mean, Vietnam is like also a poor country, but their economy is already better than the Lao. But still, it's like not that good, you know?
Just move on. Like, I think to myself, eventually it'll go away, and it did. But yeah, man, that's how I.
Don't stop there. But what?
It did go away, but
He feels like
no, there's no but. There's no but.
What didn't go away, Jason? When they stopped arguing, what didn't go away?
Nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So can I think for a second?
Yeah.
that he really has to think, bro. Like, all right, okay, let's see.
So I mean,
Please don't say it anymore. Don't ask it. Don't ask that anymore. And how do you feel that way? I can't with this question, bro. I can't, bro.
I guess it's actually like pretty simple. Like, so what didn't go away is that, this feeling that you can't really talk to them and they don't really hear you.
Yeah.
Maybe that's one thing, right? So it still carries forward. I suspect that there may be a little bit more in there, but whatever. But I think like I think it affects you, right? So and you carry that. Does that kind of make sense? Like this is what happens. Like we carry those experiences forward, even if the circumstances change. Those like emotions and those like learnings and even like that amount of like distrust, right? So like when you tell your dad like, hey, I'm worried that you guys are, I'm going to lose you, and your dad is like, no, we'll be fine, like you're like, no, you get me? Like that distrust, like so it's scary, right? Because you can't trust them to tell you what they are really experiencing.
And I found out recently that they hide a lot of things from me, like family drama.
Okay. How do you feel about that?
I understand it. They just don't want me to be stressed.
Sure.
But like, I feel like it's important to tell me since I am part of the family. But I didn't.
The question is, how do you feel about this? Bro, I heard it like 10 times, bro. Say something, like ask something else. Don't ask it anymore. Just don't ask it anymore. Like, I know it's the therapist's job, maybe, to ask these questions, like every damn, my bad for cursing, every 5 minutes, bro. Everything, like, always when he's saying something, he's saying, how do you feel about that way? How do you feel about this? Like, he really doesn't know what to say, like, really, I feel like.
Sure.
He knows a little bit from his studying, but that's it,
I
bro.
understand.
Like, that's crazy.
I understand it. They just don't want me to be stressed.
Sure.
But like,
Bro, do I really have to say everything? Like, they hide it from you so you don't worry. You know, that your dad told you, don't worry about us. Do you worry about your future and stuff like that? We are good. We want you to have a good future. We want you to have a lot of money so you don't have to work hard and stuff like that. So it will be way easier for you. But it's like you putting so much pressure on your one and only child. And I can see it. Like he wants to know, he understands it. So don't keep that away from him. He is part of the family. He wants to be treated that way. He's old enough to understand, mentally to understand such things. He's 20 or 21 now. Um, so if Jason still didn't talk with his parents, I would just say that talk to your parents, say them, you know, you don't have to keep everything for yourself if you are in debt or something, you know, we don't know. Just tell me and or whatever it is, you know, because he has the money now. Like he really has the money now. And he deserved it also. He putting all that work, made the videos with good quality and stuff like that because I am lacking the quality and the editing and stuff, to be honest. He is really a good young man, you know, and even a smart young man. So, um, really props to him, man. But yeah, you definitely have to talk with your parents. Yeah, if you like think about it that much, then it really is, yeah, that, you know. But I mean, people tend to overthink everything nowadays. So even I mean, relationships, it's like normal already to overthink that, you know.
I feel like it's important to tell me since I am part of the family. But I didn't really talk to like my uncle told me, not my parents themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And my uncle told me that the reason why they don't tell me is because they don't want me to
worry.
be stressed or give me more problems. So
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
I understand. So I never really came up to my parents and said, "Why didn't you tell me this?" I kind of just
Yeah.
like I understood.
Yeah, and I think that that sounds pretty. I know it's going to sound kind of weird because everyone's like, oh, like you should like tell them, but like I think families develop ways of harmony,
Hmm.
right? And I think it can mean a lot to your parents to feel like they're protecting you, right? That's the most important thing a parent can do for a child. And also, if you know, I think there's ways to open up that door too at some point.
What
That
at
like you're
some
not a
point,
kid
bro?
anymore. I mean, you are.
What at some I understand what he means with you are not a kid anymore. I mean, you are. I know exactly what he means because at my age, when I was 20, 21, I was still a kid, you know. I'm slowly not become, but I slowly doing real adult stuff. What I mean with real adult stuff is taking responsibility for example, the things I say, you know?
Sort of, but you're also not sort of,
Yeah,
right? You're a man now, Jason.
I'm a grown man.
Yeah, you're a grown man. Do you feel like a grown man?
Yeah, I'm a grown
Yeah.
man. Yeah,
Right.
I got
Okay.
bills to pay.
Yep. Right. And that's like, and I think at some point it's probably gonna like it's gonna be necessary to like show your parents that. And buying them a car is a great start, but I think that there's also like other. I'm getting the sense. I think the reason you brought it up, what I'm interpreting, is that like these are all things that you need to do to progress.
Yeah,
What?
So one other thing that I kind of want to mention to you, this is sort of like a teaching principle. So you
Okay.
know how like you want to do
Let's
all
see it.
this stuff for them,
hmm,
and it's like a weight that you carry around, but you're a beast, so you can carry it, so it's not actually a burden.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Right? Is that fair?
yeah.
Yeah, you got this, right?
I'm good.
So something really cool. So you heard of this guy named Sigmund Freud?
Sigmund,
Sigmund, yeah, you
What?
got this, right?
I'm good.
So something really cool. So you heard of this guy named Sigmund Freud?
Sigmund.
Sigmund, yeah,
Hmm.
Freud.
ไม่ยังขอพูดโทรหาเธอจากน้อยคอยสิโทรหา
Not a Sigmund
Yeah.
Freud, but I know Sig.
Have you heard of a guy named Freud?
Oh,
It's like a psychoanalyst.
oh, Freud.
We don't even need a psychoanalyst, to be honest. Come on, guys. Hire me, anybody. Anybody who's watching, you know you can get me for $10. $10 an hour. $10 an hour. $10 an hour, but I all right, I do it for free. Doing it for free, you know, but I can record it. If I can't record it, it's like I don't need that much. I don't want your money for real, but I still need money a little bit. So it's like if it's not for camera, it's like I really have to put it in like 50. Um, so it's like worth my time. I feel like in yeah, 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 yeah. It's not that much, like it's basically for free if you let me record it. Um, you don't even have to show your face, only me, but yeah, if you don't, like, if you want to go like face to face but no camera, 50, yeah, because it's like really private. It's really one on one. It's really deep, and I think I can help or guide with certain stuff, you know?
I know Freud. I had a
Yeah.
psychology class.
Basically
Okay, cool,
everything.
man.
Like really
Well, do you remember anything about?
spiritualism is about life, like, and it's not about a specific topic, but we generalize it so it is you can get over it faster. You can solve it faster. You can get to the root of the problem faster, which is most of the time fear.
Freud from your psychology class?
Shit, something to do with. I think I learned that. I learned that sometimes people like to date people who are like their mothers.
Nice, dude. That's what he tends to be known for, the Oedipal complex,
Ah,
right?
yes,
Which is like, yeah, like dudes date women who are like their mothers.
yeah.
Um, so Freud actually made, like, the really sad thing about Freud is that he's most well known for the things, I think, some of his like worst ideas. And the stuff that he really discovered that was really really solid has become so common that we don't even credit him with it. It becomes common sense.
Yeah.
Like, you have an unconscious mind,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Freud was the one who basically discovered that, but we don't credit him with that. We
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? Sigmund. What? Wait. I think that's him. From where? From Austrian. Hey man. Hey man, shout out again to my German speaking people because to be honest, I'm not I don't want to really flex, but I really feel like Germany is one of the most most like how can I say that? Like their interventions and stuff like that, like the ideas they had and stuff, like the German Empire. Let's call it that way. I don't want to separate, Germany, Austria, and really, Switzerland. Um, but yeah, it doesn't really matter. Um, like the ideas and everything, like what they built and stuff like that before, Second World War. After the Second World War, I feel like Germany, especially Germany, got suppressed a lot because I just heard that if Hitler would have won, Germany and Japan would have like had the world, So basically Germany and Japan was their enemy. Um, you know, and I see it in Japan also. Like they are even getting suppressed more than German people. Like this is insane to be honest. Like what the Japanese people had to go through, I mean, bro, I just heard a little bit and I was like, holy damn. Uh, I cursed again, man. Holy crap. Like, I mean, the Germans got tortured and stuff like that too. Women got raped, everything, with the bottle in their vagina and stuff like that. Babies getting beheaded and stuff. Like after the Second World War, Germany got treated like they were not even human beings, like they were second, like they were animals, animals you can just slaughter. And after that, Germany really uh, didn't had that crazy of a momentum, I feel like, anymore. But we still, like, not we, but like Germany, the country, not nation, is still doing strong. I feel like they are still the strongest economy in Europe. And man, I am really, really lucky and grateful to be born in Germany and to have this education, at least a little bit, um, to like education is important, but it's just like for reading and maybe counting a little bit, reading, writing, counting, speaking, and everything else, it should be like you want to do it or not, like you like art. Oh, wait, not art. You like to draw, you like to dress up and stuff like that. Go into creative. Let's call it the creative subject. Art slash creative subject. You like to play with animals, you love animals and stuff like that. Maybe, you go to biology, biology, like what they do with animals and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, I'm a little bit gone with the. I can go like I can start from this topic and then I go to this topic and then I go to this topic and it's like I can go on and on and on. Like I don't really have to think it is coming basically alone almost. Almost. I have to think still, but it's like not that hard anymore.
Right?
Mm.
Freud was the one who
Because
basically
the hard thinking already happened. Now it's like, all right, that's what I know. Sometimes like I surprise myself and I learn something myself from myself, but that's how it should be.
discovered that. But we don't credit him with that. We credit him with the Oedipal complex.
Edible
So
complex?
there's one thing that Freud learned, which really like blew my mind, which is that
Come on.
language is a substitute for action.
No, 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 no. Language is a substitute for action. All right, bro. You you scream for help, 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 in a foreign country who doesn't understand English. All right. You just scream for help, help, help. All right. You don't take actions. You just stay there with your motorcycle not running and you just scream on top of your lungs, help, help, help. Instead of taking actions, move your motorcycle and go to the next, uh, like factory where they can repair that. And then you like show them like it's not running. You know what I mean? Instead of talking, like language and saying, "Hello, do you guys understand English?" I mean, you can try and stuff like that, but language can never substitute action. You can like say when somebody is unconscious, and you're like, "Hello, can you hear me? Talk to me, please. Please wake up, please." Please, sir, please. Instead of, you know, doing, if you learned it, of course, you do the, how you call it? I don't know how you call it in, first aid, I think. This, and then mouth to mouth, if it's necessary, and stuff like that. You take action immediately. Language is never a substitute for action. Never. Action is action. Language is language. Language is for communications. Actions is doing stuff. Actions is more important than communications. Well, you basically can communicate through action. That is the beautiful part in action. And in language, you can communicate and learn, but through action, you can like act, you act, you do something, you can help through action physically and stuff like that. And I mean, you can help through language also, like mentally, you need to understand it. Um, but it's like almost equal, but it's not the same. You know what I mean? Like in both language and action, I'm learning now, right? Too. Um, you can help, you can communicate, and you can. The last one I forgot. To be honest, I'm
Okay.
not going into that.
So language is a substitute for action. So this is kind of a really weird principle because people think like, talking and doing are like two very different things. But if you really stop and think about it, there are people who are big talkers. Are they big doers?
No,
Nah.
And then there are
All
people who
all
are
by
big doers. Are they big talkers?
no.
no.
It's really interesting, right? There's people who do and people who talk about doing. There's people who start companies and people who are like, I'm gonna be an entrepreneur, son. I'm gonna have a high side hustle and stuff like that, right? You weren't when you were flipping PS5s and making bum email accounts on Honey or whatever. You weren't like talking about it, right? You were like
Nah.
making that cheddar, man. So, and I think streamers are kind of weird because we have a very public thing, but I think a lot of people don't see the grind behind the scenes that we never talk about.
Facts.
And so that's really interesting because people think like, oh, these are very different things, but the whole point is that you do one or the other, right? So like if you spend your time talking, you have no energy left to do things, and there's interesting stuff that goes on in the brain where when you talk a big game, right? So like if you spend your time, but the whole point is that you do one or the other,
No,
right? So like if
nah, bro. You do one or the other, like you got to be kidding me. Like you tell me that I cannot say say something and do a language. Wait, say something and act, you know? Like maybe I can't do it at the same time because multitasking is not like my thing, because it's like I feel like if I do or say something, I need to focus on that. But the hell is that? A fly, this little fruit fly. Um, but the thing is that, wait a second, another one? All right, now I have to go to every leaf, bro. Um, yeah, I should have washed that, but it was just in the fridge, bro. Like this is crazy. Um, do one thing or another. Like that is crazy to me. Like you can talk first and then do the actions, but really, actions are superior than language, in my opinion.
you spend your time talking, you have no energy left to do things, and there's interesting stuff that goes on in the brain
Oh wait,
where
all
when
right.
you talk a big game, you like feel good about yourself, right? You're like, yeah, like look at me, I'm gonna be something one day, I'm an alpha, right?
Yeah.
And then what happens is there's a part of your brain that gets a reward from that, so it like feels good to say I'm gonna be a big boy one day. And then what happens is once we get that reward, the drive or the motivation actually disappears because it feels satisfied. Does that kind of make sense?
What is he talking about right now? I thought the topic should be parents and maybe relationships, bro.
Yeah.
Like what?
So the reason that I bring this up with you is that you're saying that you have to do all of these things for your parents, right?
Mm-hmm.
So one of the weird things that I learned as a
Okay.
psychiatrist is that like oftentimes telling people about what we want to do for them is like enough. Right? So like when someone like I know it's going to sound kind of weird, but when someone like really loves you or you really love them, it's not that it makes it go away entirely, but really telling your parents like I don't know if this makes sense, but you just signaling to them that y'all are so important to me that I really want to do this for you, that expresses the love that is in the actions of doing it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Glad I was able to stitch that together.
So I gotta talk. I gotta
Okay,
talk
not
to
really, but okay.
Right. And I think you may be surprised. I would be hopeful that if you say this to them, that weight that you're carrying will feel like somewhat less. And then like you're still gonna grind and stuff. Like that's great. Like go do that stuff, right? And like reward them for like I mean and do nice things for them. Like I think it's wonderful.
Yeah.
But like you don't have to have that carry that pressure around all on your own.
At the end, it
Question.
is just materialistic things, rewards. Like ultimately, I don't want a reward for anything that I do. I do it basically for my own sake. Like I don't know how to explain it, man. I never had this urge to do anything. Really, my life was miserable. Like you can just throw it away if you want to. But now it's like I have a mission to take responsibility for the whole world, for the whole humanity, where I'm like, I feel like I have to help everybody who still is miserable. I because I was there, I don't want anybody to go there, and I just want everybody to feel a little bit more blissful, more happy. I mean, sometimes it's even like still hard for me, because I lived for such a long time, such a miserable life in Germany. You call that like there is a specific word for it, like Kellerkind. So a child that is always in the basement, like don't talk to me. I'm just gaming. I do my own thing. Isolated myself and stuff like that. Getting miserable and miserable more and more and more. I thank God I didn't live in a in a basement. All right. Oh wait.
That goes to everyone who's listening too.
Oh.
No, I think that made me just like want to talk to my parents about
Good.
yeah.
Right.
About
So
what we
that's
just talked
what
about.
we try to help people do. All right. That's one thing. I don't know if that was on your list or not.
Nah, yeah, that was a good talk. That was a good talk.
Yeah.
Maybe more open my mind to some issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you want to so sometimes people feel spent at a point like this, which is like totally cool. If you want to talk about something else, we can. I can toss things out if you want. Otherwise, if something comes to mind, like you're in the driver's seat, bro.
Let me see what I read down. Oh, one thing I do and I don't like doing.
Okay.
I struggle with maintaining relationships.
Okay. I was about to say great, like not great that you struggle, but it's a beautiful topic. So what do you mean by maintain relationships?
Bro, there's no way. There's no way. Ain't no way, boy. Duke, say it please, bro. Ain't no way, boy. He's really asking everything. What do you mean by maintain relationships? What do you mean you are happy? What do you mean I'm good? What do you mean you want to help your parents? Like, what do you mean you want to be a streamer? What do you mean by that? How do you feel that way? Easiest job in the whole entire world, bro. Crazy.
You know, I have friends back at home, but sometimes I just I don't hit them up, or even friends here. Like I just am a bad texter. It's not like
Okay.
I don't want to be friends with them anymore, but I
It's
just
not or what?
friends here. Like I just am a bad texter. It's not like
Okay.
I don't want to be friends with them anymore,
Oh, okay.
but
You prioritize streaming.
I just have always struggled with being
Maintaining relationships.
making time for them and
Okay.
things like that.
Oh,
Okay.
all with friends and stuff like that. Friendship and stuff.
I don't
Okay.
know.
Now this is going to be weird. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know why.
Okay.
Bro, the psychiatrist saying like, now it's going to be weird. Like, why do you have to say that? You know, I don't understand that. Like, as a psychiatrist, why do you even say, "Oh yeah, that's weird now." Like that is cringe. This is normal. Like, who are you to tell me what is weird and what is not? What is normal and what is not, you know? Like that. All right, my bad.
So where do you think this conversation is going to end up, Jason? You have any idea?
Probably just text. I mean, the simple answer is just to text them more.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you think this conversation is going to end up, Jason? You have any idea?
Probably just text. I mean, the simple answer is just
Bro.
to text them more.
Bro, I'm done,
Sure.
bro.
Okay.
I
Good.
swear to
So I
God,
don't think
bro.
that's
I
where it's
need
going to
to.
end up.
Nah,
That's where
I
we
need
ended
to
up with
really
your
step it
parents.
up
Friends
now.
are different.
I need to step
So-
it up. Like this is
Just to
insane,
text them
bro.
more.
Sure. Okay. Good. So I don't think that's where it's going to end up. That's where we ended up with your parents. Friends are different. So let's understand this. Do you have time?
Low key,
Yeah. You always have some
I'm gonna be
time.
honest. I've had some friends hit me up and be like, "Yo,
You want to do
I'm
some?
in LA. Let's
Let's
do
some.
something," type of thing. And I'd be like, "Yo, I gotta stream." It's kind of bad, but it's the same. It's the same.
What are we watching out?
The thing is, you know, he's on the come up. You know, he doesn't want to lose the momentum and stuff like that. But friends are not that important, but also family is not that important. I mean, I know it sounds crazy. I know it sounds crazy. But after you understand life, everybody is basically alone. You know, you was born alone. Even if you are twin, you still was born alone. You know, only 1 minute after and stuff like that. You were born alone. You live alone. You die alone. You are alone in this world. But if you realize that, and then you could realize maybe what you truly are, you know, because then it's not like, oh, well, biologically, you are alone. You know what I mean? Like, you live alone, you die alone, you was born alone. In the inside, it can be different, you know, where you are you feel the connection with everything, you know, and then you don't feel lonely. You don't feel lonely, but you still are alone at the end of the day, if you know what I mean. It is two different things, you know, because there are people that can be, and I heard it again and again and again, they are around people a lot of times, but they feel lonely, you know? They are not alone, but they feel lonely. Some, they are alone. For example, me, I feel like I'm alone even if I live with my mother back in the days and now with my dad. I still am like alone. That's that's how I see it, you know. Um, but I'm not lonely, you know. Even if I even if I really don't have anybody to talk to, you really, because I don't talk with anybody really about anything anymore, because, well, back in the day also not, but now it's like I don't need to talk because I can solve it on my own, you know. So it's just like, and if you talk it with somebody, they will just worry about it. You know, that's also why I like understand his dad or his parents. You know, when they talk about it, they will just know they don't want to be a burden to their own child also. So they also try to take everything on their own. But Jason is doing it too. You know, but okay, it doesn't really matter.
For
I
you
just
remember what we're
I
you
just did the
remember what we're
thing. I just did the thing.
what did you do?
I just
Tell
did the
me.
thing.
Put words to it.
Let's do something type of thing. And I'd be like, yo, I gotta stream. It's kind of bad, but it's the same. It's the same.
What are we watching out for?
I
You
just,
remember what we're
I
you
just did the
remember what we're
thing. I just did the thing.
what did you do?
I just
Tell
did the
me.
thing.
Put words to it, Jason.
I just judged myself, right?
There you go.
Oh, oh.
So I will ask you again, Jason. Do you have the time?
No.
So, like, I know this is weird. Something you got to understand, Jason. You're not a regular 20-year-old man.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
here we
How
go.
many hours a week
Here
do you
we
work?
go.
I have no idea.
Ballpark it. Got an A in math. Come on, man.
Ah, shit. I don't know. Work. Nah. I don't. So look, I'd stream at least 6 hours a day.
Okay.
For a week.
Weekends too?
Yeah, for the most part. I take days off, but for the most part, I try to stream 6 to 7 days. So let's just say six.
Okay.
6, 7.
How many hours do you spend thinking about streaming?
Every day. If I'm not streaming, I'm low key thinking about streaming or something outside of streaming that will help me grow and
Yep.
things like that.
Do you look at your analytics?
Honestly, I stopped doing that
Okay.
because I know that's bad for my mental. I just focus now on just trying to make good content and just
Okay.
things like that.
Good. Do you have meetings?
Yeah.
How many meetings do you have? How many hours are you in meetings a week?
Not as much as probably like a week, maybe 5 hours. Like nothing crazy.
5 hours. That seems low to you?
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I think that's low.
Yeah, right. Seems low.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, your friends are like what, sophomores in college?
Yeah, sophomores. Wait, no, juniors. Juniors.
Okay. How many hours of meetings do they have a week?
I mean, some of them are in clubs. They have club meetings. But I don't know. Like, maybe same
That's
time.
same?
Maybe same time. Maybe same.
Maybe. Right? Their meeting is different from your meeting. And I'm not trying to like poo-poo on college students, but there's a difference between
Here we go,
you know
bro.
having a job where you work
Here we
7 days
go.
a week and by
Another difference, you know. Let's separate each other a little bit more. Let's go.
the way, our job is tiring because you know what we're doing? We're performing.
Oh, now it's streamers versus students. Let's go.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like I know it's like the answer was just talk to your parents, but I think with your friends, like this is where I think what you really need to do is be like really look at your life critically. So you work 6 to 7 days a week for 6 hours a day. And you spend a lot of time thinking about what you're going to stream. You spend a lot of time thinking about what you did stream. I'm sure you've got like inbound whatever with like sponsorships and like collab opportunities. Do you want to collab with this person? Do you not want to collab with this person? I'm also sure that we're not even counting all the hours that you're doing research,
Yeah, but
right? How many?
I also have like people that help me.
Of course.
Yeah,
And so you got to manage those people, interact with those people, talk to those people, give them feedback, interpret what they say,
Oh my
Yeah.
god, bro.
right?
yeah,
So this is where like this is going to be challenging, Jason, but I think that one of the most important lesson I've learned is you're living your life. You can't judge your life by like the average standards. And this doesn't matter. I'm not saying this because you're a streamer. This is like me too. And well, I'm a streamer technically. But like like for whoever you are at home, right? Like the biggest problem is that we have all these shoulds.
I'm not a streamer technically. Like he's wording it always how it's best for him. I don't like that. Like first it's we as streamers, and now it's like technically I'm not a streamer. What is it, bro?
Like it's a move, right? When you're like junior friend in college. And I'm really not trying to say that they're like less good than you or whatever. It's just when your friend like hits you up, like your life is different. He's like, "Yo, I'm in town." And that's different.
yeah.
What do you think about that? What's it like to hear me say that?
I mean,
What's it like to hear me say that?
What is it like? What do you feel about right now?
Makes me feel better. You kind of just like told me that my life is different, so it's not. I can't just drop everything and go see them, type of thing.
Yeah. Right? So and the other tricky thing is that
You can do IRL streaming. If they want that, if not, then okay. You're like, sorry, but I have my thing to do, on my work.
you can't say that to them, right? Because that's a thing to say.
True.
Right? Like, so hey, I have a sorry, I can't
And also you can make friends always, like new friends. But what's really important is there are some friends that are like really good to have them as friends. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I'm 29 now, and I really don't have really like any friends anymore. Just one I could maybe consider a friend. He already has family and stuff like that. You know, his own life again also, and we meet each other like once a year, twice a year, or something like that. It's not that much, and you don't have to like as friends. You understand also like people have their own life. They don't have time all the time, but you can always make time. You will find a date where y'all can meet. You know what I mean? With streaming, of course, it's a little bit more things I feel like, but to be honest, man, like you can stream from wherever. I think he wasn't really doing IRL streaming from there, maybe, but now you do. So if you really wanna meet your friends, and I'm telling you, there are friends, that will influence you in a bad way, with smoking weed, with drinking, and you really have to decide if you really like wanna do that. Um, you could say it's for content, but it's like, come on, like you don't need to do that for content. Um, let's cut it right there because
I have a meeting for a 7-figure sponsorship. And I can't just ditch that.
Seven
And
figures.
I know that you've got your, freshman leadership organization meeting too, but those are like different things.
Yeah.
So you can't
He's basically bashing the students,
say that because
which
that's like,
which I don't appreciate. Like he is like one of those people that are like the things that I do, I am basically better because I built something. I I am a psychiatrist. I do these therapy sessions on stream. I am different from you and the rest of y'all. This is arrogant. This is just arrogant. This is ego in almost the final form, bro. Like the way he's talking, I don't like. When I don't like a person talking most of the times is because the ego is shining through like a lot. You know what I mean? Like a lot. And I can't like listen to what the ego is saying when he is in its like almost ultimate form. You know what I mean? Like I'm the best, I'm the biggest, I'm different from other people. I make money, y'all still study, or y'all still working a 9 to 5 after you study, and y'all still not reaching the point that I reached. Stuff like that, like the power trip stuff and stuff like that, like the money trip, money equals power. A lot of people change through money because now they have money, now they have power, now they can say stuff where they wouldn't do it if they wouldn't have money or power, But these people, I really don't like. But sometimes it's okay to flex, For example, like if somebody is trying to flex on you and you're like, I mean, you don't even need to give it that attention, to be honest. Like I don't really likes to flex, like ever actually. Well, back in my days a little bit, with a necklace, maybe a watch, but nowadays it's like when I go out, maybe like this one. This is the only one, but this is like okay, maybe it's silver. I don't know, but maybe this is all stainless steel. I don't think it's silver. To buy. Yeah, it's stainless steel. So it's really cheap, and I just use that sometimes. But that's all. It's not like expensive. It's not like a crazy flex. I guess it's still I'm a little bit used to, but I'm not doing necklace anymore. It's a little bit too much. Maybe if I go out, like really going out, like on vacation and stuff like that. But even then, it feels like I'm chained up. I don't want to have the extra weight on my body if it's not like really necessary. Like this is really light, to be honest. Like this is really light. The necklace is also really light, but it is like a little bit annoying more than the this. And yeah.
arrogant, right? But you got to like understand it yourself. And it doesn't mean that this is important. It doesn't mean that you're better than them or that they're better than you or anything. I really don't believe that.
Okay, you really don't. Okay. Okay, bro. But the things you are saying, it tells me something different because you basically dropped out of college, and you know how students are in university and stuff like that, like frats and stuff. Like they are a-holes. Of course, I would bash them too. Well, not really, because they maybe like mobbed me or stuff, something like that. But even the people that like were mobbing me, I don't have anything against them anymore. Like I just don't talk to them. Just like with a lot of people, I don't do that, and I just do my own stuff. Like why should I talk with other people and stuff like that? Like this is also the thing, if you don't wanna like learn something new, then I don't really have to talk with you. You know, I can talk with you. I can like have a good conversation with you because I know what people like. They like stories, you know? They like getting involved in things, you know? They like drama also. Like if you're saying like, "Oh my God, you know, I don't know, David, David, man, let's make it a woman because now it's then even better. Vanessa, you know, me and my girl, we are arguing a lot, you know, like for quite some time now, and I feel like we do crazy stuff, you know, we fight and then it's like a makeup and then but then it's like weird. Okay, I said weird, but it's just like role playing and stuff like that. Um Getting into the role of David. And I just don't know what to do. Like, should I give her a present? Should I maybe make like I feel like the relationship is a little bit toxic, you know. Either we fight or we make up, but it's never like it's not like back in the old times, you know what I mean? So Vanessa, what do you think about that? Bro, I'm telling you right now, they love these kind of stuff. They love it. They love it, bro. And just stories in general, and even, and if you open up first, like talking about your problems and stuff like that, most of the times they see like, oh, okay, he's opening up, he's showing vulnerability. Maybe I can show that too. Like maybe she saying then, you know, oh, yeah, I can understand that. I had that with my ex too, and yeah, that's why we also broke up, and you could maybe change this and that. Bro, like I'm telling you straight up, like I can talk with people. I promise you that. I did that, you know, I did with that with old friends that I didn't talk with for 5, 6, 7 years. I talked with people that I don't know really. Um, and but now it's like I don't want even to talk with them because it's not getting somewhere. With the videos, at least I get the biggest reach, you know? So that's why I want you to subscribe, like, and comment so the algorithm is picking it up. And then the reach is bigger because then I can help more and more people. I know some reactions are like, it's like not even necessary, to be honest. But I feel like it's a little bit for entertainment and getting. Yeah, I do quantity over quality now a little bit. But when I talk like that, I feel like I give quality content, just not people will probably not watch it because it's so long. And yeah, we have to stop it because it's 1 hour and 8 minutes, but we get to part four. Damn, part three is over. Next is part four. See you in part four. All right.